How's it going, everyone? Welcome to a video on the Zyphonium channel. I know, I haven't uploaded in such a long time. I could barely upload on my main channel, much less this one. You have no idea how much audio editing I have to go through. I naturally pause when I speak, so I actually have to edit out every single pause. I mean, I'm not complaining. I like the result, but you know, it's not that simple. Anyways, today I have a very classic Zyphon story. I know a lot of you haven't really heard it, but this is a story I told time and time again on my main channel, and I figured if I'm gonna come back on this channel, I might as well do a video on it, so get ready and buckle your seatbelts. At least if you're watching in a car. I mean, if you're watching on a couch, I don't know, throw your phone onto the ground. Anyways, I'm stalling, let's get into this. So the story takes place in elementary school, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'd go to a speech therapy class. I had a lot of trouble pronouncing the S sound, so that was the main reason I was there. I also had trouble pronouncing the TH sound. Apparently, I've just never learned how to make it, and when one of my classmates showed me how to make the sound right before my first speech class, I immediately fixed the problem. So yeah, it was just the S sound at that point. And in this class, we do a lot of arts and crafts projects. To be honest, even to this day, I have no idea how that's at all related to the class. I guess to make us not bored or something? I have no idea. I'm not complaining though, it was interesting, but it also led to this story. I had this very big phobia of Oreos. Not necessarily directed at Oreos, but really at foods that I didn't like at all. I didn't want to touch them, and I was really scared of even smelling them. That's how irrational this thing was. If I touched the Oreo, my head would explode, and my blood would splatter all over the classroom. That would be very graphic. I did not want that to happen. So there, I had a very intense staring contest with the Oreo. Me, the Oreo. Head to head. I guess you can say it was kind of like a Western film, where the sheriff and the antagonist are both staring at each other face to face, right before high noon. My speech teacher kept telling me to actually assemble the Oreo, and to be fair, I mean, she's right. If I'm in school, I should actually do the schoolwork, but that's not how I saw it. Because again, I had that Oreo phobia. I proceeded to ask her a series of questions to see if there's at all any way I could get out of touching the Oreo. First, I asked if I could skip the Oreo part, and she said no. Then I asked if I could use something else, like a substitute, and again, no. I asked if there was a napkin or anything I could use, so I could pick up the Oreo without actually touching it. And, as you guessed, no. Finally, I asked if I could go to the restroom, so that I could grab toilet paper that I could use to grab the Oreo. And finally, at long last, she said no. By the end of the class, I haven't done anything, and I was told I'd get in trouble. The next morning, my homeroom teacher handed me a pink slip. And you know, in elementary school we had these pink slips called slip-ups. They were just our way of getting in trouble, and if you got one, you had to go to recess detention. Every day of school we have like 15-20 minutes, I forget, and we'd use that time to play on a playground. When you have recess detention, instead of going onto a playground to play, you had to walk laps around the school basketball court for the entire duration. You're not allowed to speak to anyone, just pure silence. I was still upset because the fact I got in trouble over that. The thing is, I actually tried to negotiate with the teacher to not have to touch the Oreo, and as you heard, there was no leeway or anything like that. Actually, this whole incident led to a parent-teacher conference where my teachers talked to my mom about some problems with me that were overall just really ridiculous, including this incident. You know what? If this video gets 10 likes in the first 24 hours, I will go ahead and tell that story next. So yeah, that wraps it up for this story. If you'd like to hear more stories of mine, be sure to subscribe. If you hated it, don't forget to leave a dislike. You can follow me on Twitter at ZyphonYT. And besides all that, you should be sure to check out my other videos. You can click on the video to the left to hear a story time about how Minecraft Monday helped my main channel. You can also click on the right for a story about how my middle school science teacher stabbed a kid. Granted, it was with a pencil, but stabbing is stabbing. Anyways, that's it, see ya, peace.